said it before, and I say it again. You get nothing for nothing. Expect it when your backseat's driving.
Judas Priest is set to release their new DVD and Blu-ray collection Epitaph on May 28th, and it marks the band's last date of their final world tour. The metal gods continued on after the departure of longtime guitarist K.K. Downing, with new guitarist Richie Faulkner, who fit in seamlessly with vocalist Rob Halford, guitarist Glenn Tipton, drummer Scott Travis, and bassist Ian Hill. Epitaph starts off with a bang with battle hymn and rapid fire, and doesn't end until it's over 2 hours later with the iconic Livin' After Midnight. Rob and Richie talked about what their thoughts were going into the show.
Before we set out, we just felt that we were putting together a show that was different, that we'd never done in the respect musically of taking a track from every one of our releases, and to celebrate that moment and to celebrate the life of Priest thus far. So as soon as we all agreed, we committed, and then we started to bring in all the technical people as we would travel around the world, so they could come and see the show and make notes and get everything ready for the final commit.
And it's the last date after being out for a year, you know, at this stage of the band's career as well. And there's no, you know, you don't get a sense of you know, it's full on. You know what I mean? In every sense of the, you know, as I said, it's, you know, the stage of the career at the end of the tour after a year, and it's still full on, in your face. There's no cut corners. You know what I mean? It's pretty intense.
They shared how it felt after it was over and the last Judas Priest show was in the history books.
It's kind of bittersweet, really, isn't it? You know, because
for that particular event, yeah, because as you're schlepping around the world, there are some days where you're a little bit more fatigued than others, and it was the last show, as Richie pointed out, and when you know, stumbling back to the dressing room, dripping with sweat after pouring your heart out for 2.5 hours, it's a combination of elation and a little bit of, oh well, that's a shame. Now, you know, now I get to go home, and just when are we going to do this again?
Yeah.
Epitaph is being screened this month in select cities.